Welcome to Crappy Hour. I'm Ronnie, and that's Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
You guys, so good. Ben, welcome to your bi-weekly live Bravo News show here on YouTube Live and Instagram Live. If everything is going well tonight, let's see.
Let's see.
What's going on with you tonight?
Not much. I'm happy to see that. Look, our panels are on top of each other, which is very nice visually. It turns out that it worked out. We were squished side by side, and now it changed. But everything is good. We are just coming off the high of recapping Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which was so fun. Can't wait to watch more of those episodes. What's going on with you, Ronnie?
Yeah, it was a day. We did The Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives, and we did Chimp Crazy. So we did two non-Bravo things today. So it was,
I know.
It's just a day spent outside of our wheelhouse, guys. Just so many new kinds of people to make fun of, new older people to make fun of, new younger people to make fun of. I did feel slightly guilty. You know, I do have a lot of guilt whenever we talk about children's shows. I feel sometimes like watching like this Mormon show, these are children. You know, I could be their parent. And I remember Taylor Frankie Paul, you get in here, all three of you. That girl's mom, we were saying, oh my God, she's so young. Yeah, because she's our age. We're old enough to be parents of this age children now. What do you think of that? I mean, I'm literally covering my waddle with a microphone.
Well, it's just crazy that like there's some people our age who are grandparents, you know?
Okay, Ben, you know what? I try to make like casual conversation, and then you just stab me in the fucking face. Okay, you don't have to go that far.
That is what her mom is. Parents. That is what Leanne is. She is a grandparent.
Oh my gosh, I guess you're right. Well, you know what? Good for us. Good for her. We're all still alive. You know,
for America.
You know what? You know what just didn't win today?
What?
Blood pressure. Bad blood pressure. You've tried to kill us all, but you haven't won. We're old enough to be grandparents. What do you think of that blood pressure? Take that, bitch.
It's a lot to take on. But yeah, the show is so funny. I mean, I just am like, I can't help but wonder, like, what's mom talk up to today? Is someone preparing a dance right now? Is someone cramming into frame? Is someone standing on a table so that they can be in the background and making like little fist dances? I just want to make sure it survives.
Yeah, I think Mom Talk's going to be okay. So what's on your mind, Ben?
Well, I mean, there was so much like Valley gossip lately. Probably Ronnie's, for those listening at home, Ronnie's microphone just fell over. Ronnie was just attacked by Mom Talk. Mom Talk's like, we heard what you were saying about us, and we are fighting the patriarchy one dance at a time.
Okay, because of the time that we do this, and because I'm still living in this basement apartment, the way that we're doing this, I normally use natural sunlight. But last week, people were like, Ronnie, please fix that, because my face in about 20 minutes is going to be just one bar of light, and it's really annoying. So look, see, on my eye right now. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use my studio light, which of course won't stay stuck to the screen and keeps falling off. So guess what? Guess who's still a disaster, just like every other fucking day on this planet? Me! Okay. So go ahead. What's on your mind, Ben?
Well, I was going to talk about Valley gossip, but I know you like to wait on the big
Valley gossip's good. Let's go. I mean, hey, we're already talking about senior citizens. That's at least a show with people our age, you know? I say go for it.
Well, there's
a lot of it.
The big news is that Lala had her baby, but in the more typical news, she was immediately overshadowed by Mariposa, who will soon be married Posa. Chris and Dodie is engaged. Van Gogh popped the question to her on a boat. And according to Us magazine, the reality star and James May founder, LOL that they threw that part in. Oh, James May founder confesses that she couldn't contain her surprise and blurted out some expletives when she saw Broderick, aka Luke, or whatever his name is, Luke, with the ring, which he picked out with the help of his good friend Kyle Chan. And I'm just like laughing at that she blurted out some expletives. So, which means that she turned around because he apparently said, hey, go look at the dolphins. And she looked out on the ocean because they were on a boat and was looking for dolphins, and then turned around and then saw him on his knee and then started cursing. So I'm imagining this playing out. Like, what? Dolphins? I don't think I see any. Is that a dolphin? No, it's a trash bag. Is that one? That's a pelican. Wait, Are dolphins and pelicans the same thing? Wait a second. Oh, wait, no, that's an island. Where are the dolphins? I don't see the dolphins. Holy fucking shit, motherfucking fucking, oh my God. You fucking shit proposing to me? Seriously? Seriously?
Yeah, raise your hand if you're surprised that Kristen blurted out a bunch of expletives when she got engaged. I just imagine like violins playing, well, on like some Casio keyboard or some shit. This is Luke we're talking about, okay? It's like Don Juan over there. It's like, will you finally marry me? Holy fucking shit! Say word, bitch. You know, you just like see her just kind of Tourette'sing that shit
Fucking
out.
asshole. Seriously? Seriously? Motherfucking shit. Motherfucking yes, motherfucker.
Very romantic. And so I would like to congratulate Kristen on her probably for television engagement, because that's really cute, you know. And I'm just glad she's back on TV and able to do that. You know, I say fake away. But one of the saddest things about this, as you mentioned, was Lala had a baby. Well, it wasn't sad. I mean, congrats, Lala. You had a baby. That's great. Another one. Just keep having them. Keep making more Lalas to roam the planet. That's what we need. But she's doing that. So congratulations in all seriousness. I do feel bad, though, because she named her baby Sosa. Do you know that? That's one letter away from So-So. Girl, you were just upstaged. Why would you name your baby So-So when you just got upstaged by Kristen? That's just sad. And did you read Lala's thing where she's like, my baby is announced. Welcome to the world. S. I'm not going to say your name because it's like Beyonce's birthday. So who would even care about that? I'm going to save it till tomorrow. And then the next day when she saved it to get past Beyonce's birthday, fucking shit, God damn it, bitch. Kristen got married. So Lala just keeps getting upstaged over and over again.
I mean, all I can think about is Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa, the baseball
That didn't
player.
end well, right? Sammy Sosa.
I mean, aside from allegations of, doping, and the fact that he's been bleaching his skin because has whatever insecurities he has about his skin. So I don't know. I feel like Sosa, I don't know. It's not, I mean, look, God bless. I'm sure it means something to Lala. I think she's like, I wanted to sound sort of like Lala, but with different syllables. So what about So-Sa or Sa?
Lala, Sosa.
Lala, So-Sa.
Yeah, I think, look, it's going to be a cast member of Vanderpump Rules, so it's going to have doping allegations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That baby. That's inevitable. So I guess that makes sense. And then changing your features, I mean, that's another, especially Lala kind of feature. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense. And So-So, one vowel being away from So-So also kind of makes sense. So look, here's what I have to say to that baby. Good fucking luck. Okay,
yeah. Well,
luck.
I, of course, have done a customary Google search for what does Sosa mean? So, of course, here I am at the Urban Dictionary, because if anyone represents urbanness, it's Lala. So,
she's black.
The first definition for Sosa is it's an acronym for smoking on something amazing.
Smoking?
Smoking on something amazing as made popular by Chief Keef and Wiz Khalifa and others. So here is a quote from Chief Keef, who is a rapper. Bitches love Sosa, from a song called Love Sosa. The other quote I'm not going to read.
Oh, yeah. I know that song.
But it also pretty much goes...
She named her baby after getting high?
Yeah.
Come on, Lala.
Wait, no, but there's an alternate version. There's an alternate meaning for Sosa, which stands, SOSA stands for sort of Santa Ana, a weather term concocted by KUSI TV-led weatherman John Coleman. It describes conditions ripe for Santa Ana wind, but without the strong winds that are normally associated with the true Santa Ana wind, which is honestly so Lala to be like ready for a big, hot, windy moment, and it just doesn't arrive.
Well, that baby is also probably so Santa Ana,
It's so Santa Ana.
I'm naming my baby Soak. Sort of West Covina.
We have actually more sort of West Covina. We have more insight. I want to point out. So
stupid.
It's okay. By the way, Chief Keef. By the way, so I guess Chief Keef has a nickname that this is from 11 years ago that comes from the Scarface character Alejandro Sosa. So maybe it's a Scarface reference by Lala.
Even better. Even fucking better. You're winning. Every definition has been terrible. Literally every definition.
Well, Heidi.
Now we've moved on to fucking Scarface. Okay.
Well, Heidi in the comments says it's slang for cocaine, the pasta from Scarface. So I don't even know if that's is that what year was she going for that? So sad. Is it possible? I'm looking at what keys on the keyboard are close to SO and SA to see if there was maybe a typo. Like, was it supposed to be like silo?
Lala's just like Google your name. You know what I mean? Give them Lalask. Someone said, "How dare you insult my city? West Covina people will not stand for that." I'm sorry, Andrea. The reason we are insulting West Covina is because we were watching a House Hunters International this week for Dwell Hello, and they were from West Covina, so we were giving West Covina a whole lot of shit, and it's just a running insult that really doesn't stand on anything. I mean, we don't have any problem with. I think we even said we really like their Einstein's Brothers bagels. What a lovely
West Covina is
location.
wonderful. By the way, Jennifer in the chat says, I read that it means saltwater ocean. Sosa. I am seeing lots of things on the internet that Sosa is Chief Keef's nickname. And that would be very much Lala to be like, I want to name my baby after Chief Keef.
Yeah, probably. Well, she is Tupac, really, at the end of the day. So we're lucky she didn't name him Tupac or her Tupac.
Let's see. Maybe it was supposed to be soda as an homage to Salt Lake City, says Lauren. Soda, but there was a typo, and instead of hitting the D, S is next to D. She's like, I want to name my baby Soda. Like, okay,
She's
Sosa?
Sosa. She's soft Sosa.
It's a soft naming.
Okay, but at the end of the day, you know what? She had a baby. So congrats. Because, you know, I was watching the Katy Perry. Did you see that Katy Perry went on Color Daddy? Who, by the way, just got like $120 million podcast deal. Listen, podcast gods. Can we have a few? You know what I mean? Like 100, how many million? Puff Puff gives. Speaking of Sosa. Anyway, congratulations to her, I guess. Congratulations to every blonde white chick in the world. Okay.
Yes.
But anyway, no, seriously. She was interviewing Katy Perry, who's been canceled recently. Was she canceled before?
Canceled.
I don't know. Yeah.
No,
Katy
only
Perry.
by nuns. She's only canceled by nuns and the Westcotts for trying to kick them out of their respective houses.
Yeah, but now she's canceled.
Katy Perry got canceled.
You didn't know about Katy? What kind of gay are you even?
Well,
How
excuse
could
me.
I know? If I know gay things before you, that's saying you need to.
Well,
get
because
out.
Katy Perry, last time I heard, like a month ago, I heard Katy Perry's new song, which was a female anthem that was like, she's a woman, she's a mother, she's a sister, she's a daughter, she's a lady. And I was like, wow.
I've got boobies, I'm a girl. I've got boobies, I'm a girl. Like this was a very,
doctor. Yeah.
She's a doctor. She's a tire on a car. She's a gas tank. She's a balloon in the air. She's a girl. Yeah, so she.
It's called Women's World. And she says it's a satire. By the way, everyone, before you cancel Katy Perry for her very simplistic lyrics, she has told USA Today, which is at the forefront of music journalism, that the latest song is a satire.
She's a damn liar. She's trying to save herself. So let me tell you what happened with Katy Perry. This isn't even part of Crappy Hour. Now I have to tell you, so it's becoming part of it. But basically, you know, she came out with this album, and it's all kind of retreads of her like faux Disneyland girl pop, which no one's really buying from her because I think we've had a little too much of Katy Perry. You know, sometimes it's okay to just put down the microphone and go home, Katy. So she didn't. Instead, she married Orlando Bloom and just made more of an ass out of herself
And evicted
than
nuns.
normal.
I love this.
Nuns.
I love this for Katy Perry. I'm sorry. I'm going to stand up for Katy Perry because I love that she evicted nuns and Cameron Westcott's father-in-law. And I would like Ed Sheeran to see his way out of pop culture first before we see, and then Katy
No,
Perry.
you leave Ed Sheeran alone. He's talented and he loops things. I like a pedal user. Okay, so Katy Perry, speaking of looping, just using the same shit over and over. So Katy came out with this album and it's all about women empowerment and, you know, this is all like, yay, women, I'm a woman. But she hired Dr. Luke to produce some of the music on it. So people were like, hell no, bye. So people got rid of Katy pretty fast. So now she's trying to save her ass. And it's also not charting very well. Like it's way down. And so she's trying to save her own ass and she's out there, you know, doing the back pedal like it's satire, guys. Okay. So she went on Call Her Daddy.
More like a flat tire.
And Caller Daddy was like, or that lady was like, so, like, people are kind of mad at you because you used Dr. Luke. What do you have to say about that? And then she was like, well, here's what I have to say about it. So many people created that album, and, like, I created it. I created the album, and Dr. Luke was someone who worked on it. I'm a woman, I'm also a balloon, and I'm a hole in the ground, and an igloo as well. I'm a woman. I'm an ice cream. I'm a truck that holds ice. I'm a woman. So she's like, yeah, he created it because he created some of my other music. And so he helped me kind of get where I was. And this was like a celebration of like women and what I've created, because I am a woman. And, like, look, I've created a baby. I mean, I created a person. I created a heart, a whole freaking heart. That was her answer as to why she hired Keisha's like alleged rapist and human trafficker or whatever the fuck. She's like, I have created a heart. So she has done the ultimate la-la, which is when called out, she says, but I'm a mother. So
I know it won't be long before she's on a reality show, huh?
You do what?
It won't be long before she's on a reality show. I feel like she'll be on Bravo soon. One hopes.
I don't know. Well, she's already on American Idol. That's a reality show. Maybe
she'll be on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That could be a fun thing. They would all lose their minds. They'd be like, oh my God, it's Katy Perry. And like Angie K will put on some sort of crazy outfit. She'll put on like one of Katy Perry's like dress as a cupcake costumes from like 2012 and be like, we're just like sisters, Katy Perry.
Me and Katy Perry. But she'll come across more like Lisa Kudrow in her big cupcake outfit from The Comeback. Well, I didn't need to see that. All right. So what else is happening? So after our last crappy hour was right after was when the announcement was that Britney was leaving Jax, right? Is that the big thing that we missed last time? Speaking of,
yes.
I mean, this is old news, so I'm sorry, everybody, for bringing this up, but we have to because it's Bravo News. And it happened right after last happy hour.
That's when it happened. So, and then it's just been like one headline after another coming out of the valley, culminating in this Kristen thing. But yeah, basically, she actually, I always thought they were getting divorced, but apparently they were just separated. But now she actually summoned, she called for the divorce, happened on camera. And it's turned into a huge mess.
Of course. I mean, this cast really is giving it all. It's like, I'm going to get married only on camera. I'm getting divorced only on camera. Lala waited to push that baby out. I'm sure she had a camera there because it was announced that she's going to be on. I don't know that she had a camera there, but I'm guessing like it seems to all be happening right around filming. It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial. So the thing with Jax was he went to, did we already talk about him going to rehab or whatever?
We did, I think, on the main show, or maybe it was last crappy hour or on the main show. We talked about him declaring that he has bipolar disorder. That's what he was diagnosed as having.
Bipolar disorder. So this was a little confusing, and I got this on Vanderpod Recaps, which I love. I follow them for all of my recaps of podcasts relating to Bravo because I ain't listening to all that shit. So she noticed that on When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany, Giants, the show description, the episode description for when he came back to the show, it says in his first episode since he got out of rehab, Jax sits down with his friend and life coach Scott Kaufman to talk about his experience. Then they went in and immediately edited it. They edited the description to say, in his first episode since leaving an inpatient treatment facility and revealing his bipolar disorder diagnosis, Jack sits down with his friend and life coach. So yeah, they're a little confused on their messaging over there. Was it drug rehab? Was it mental health rehab, whatever. So that's one thing that's coming out of there. Brittany is supposedly seeing people. She served him the papers. What else happened over there?
Well, Zach, of course, is doing a victory dance here. He tweeted out something along the lines of, I've never seen someone come out of rehab as a worse person.
Wait, you forgot one part of this. You forgot one part of this tweet, Dan.
Oh, that's the only part of the tweet I saw.
It says, riddle me this.
Riddle me this. Riddle me this.
Riddle me this, Batman.
And then,
Something
somewhere,
funny.
what's her face is like, I cannot believe, Janet's like, I cannot believe he's actually calling out to the Riddlers. I'm actually very concerned for my safety right now. And please tell me this was a joke, because it's not funny to me. I have a child now. And you're invoking arch villain.
He's
terrorism.
basically abusing women right now, Zach, with that tweet. He basically tried to murder my baby on national television. He tried to murder my baby on Twitter. Everybody saw it.
Everyone he tried to murder. This is someone who should not have a platform. I have a post.
So, as far as his mental health diagnosis, I'm not going to make fun of that. Obviously, we've all got. I don't think anyone's shocked that he has one. I'm shocked that he got a diagnosis, honestly, because I thought it was like drug rehab. So I don't know. But there are one-stop shops for every kind of thing. You can get all kinds of stuff done in one place by now. So maybe it was like a food court. It was like you could get a Subaru, a Subaru, and some drug stuff, some mental diagnosis. You can just get it all now. Botox. Wax your back. They'll do all sorts of shit for you at this one place. So anyway, who knows? Good luck to him on his journey. Hope he's less of a prick, but not really, because he's a horrible person who makes great TV. So
yes, and good luck to his journey, which is terrible. And also his journey, as we also found out since last Crappy Hour, his journey does not include Hawaii. That is one flight path that his journey is not on, because he did not go on the cast trip, because everyone went and they were all like sitting in like Southwest at the end of the plane and they're like, we're going to Hawaii. So they all took photos. I think Zach was Zach. Do I remember Zach being on the trip with his boyfriend? I definitely saw a picture recently of Zach with his boyfriend, and everyone said, oh, Zach changed his hair up, and it's like literally the same hair. It's like the same helmet that comes forward and then the little lip in the front. I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy he found a little pocket gay for himself.
Me too, and I'm glad to see gay people using other people to get on TV. I mean, it's about damn time. We've seen straight people doing it on this show forever. So yay, gay users. That's what I say. You get them. You go, girls. Yeah. So that's happening. Really excited for that. Let's see. Someone said, Michelle in comments said, broken bird alert. True. He has learned his broken bird coded language on Vanderpump Rules. And now a bunch of people kind of going through what he could have other than bipolar disorder. Listen, that's a bag of tricks you just don't need to start going through. That's a bag of monkeys no one needs to unpack. You know what I mean? Is that right? Yeah. It's a barrel of monkeys no one needs to unlid.
Not even Tanya on Chim Crazy is going near those monkeys. Okay. She's not going to put them in her basement.
Oh, the other kind of big thing that happened was that Tom Girardi was found guilty. Now, of course, when I was going to talk about that, I accidentally opened Amanda Batula has bathing suits now. So, but we'll go with Tom Girardi. So he was convicted on Tuesday, August 27th of embezzling more than $15 million, with a federal jury in LA finding the 85-year-old guilty on 4 counts of wire fraud. Bye, sucker.
Yep. This will hopefully put an end to that, because I'm ready for this story to sort of go its merry way. I'm
exhausted.
It's exhausted, and I'm also exhausted of seeing it play out on Beverly Hills, because it's always the same thing from Erica. Like, well, they tried to take me down, but they couldn't. They saw that I was totally innocent, and now I'm gonna do a show somewhere.
She will turn it into, well, did y'all see the court case? The court case that said Erica vindicated for life. Which, of course, none of it said that at all. But, yeah, she'll do it. I just have one request, and it's for the legal system and justice in general. Be faster. You know what I mean? You take a really long time. Yeah. And this has been a very long time. I need more crime. I need more crimes. I need fresh crimes. This crime is old. It's expired. Okay? It's green in my fridge.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Beverly Hills, actually, no, I shouldn't say this because we only just got onto Tom Girardi. But I think that the question is whether or not is this going to go on to another round of appeals and appeal and appeal. I feel like it's never going to be over. To quote Katy Perry, just because it's over, it's never really over. I feel like this is going to stick with us for like at least 3 more years. What do you think? Do you think this is the end for this story or no?
Which story?
Tom Girardi, I feel like it's just going to keep going and going and going.
Well, he's 85. So it's only going to go for a certain amount of time. Because let me tell you one thing that man's not doing. Staying healthy. Okay. It's not going to last for much longer. My mom and my papa made it to about 85 and 88 respectively. So did my grandparents before that. Now listen, I'm not telling all you 85-year-olds you're about to die. I'm just saying that in this case, Tom's not looking good. Things aren't going well. I think he's living on like a diet of chicken nuggets and, poor people stuff, because he's kind of in that home. I mean, it's not like a poor person home, but you know what I mean? Right. I don't see it lasting long. Erica will it will be around as long as Erica's around, because Erica still has suits after her, and she's now going to use this as a win, like you pointed out. And then once Tom passes, she's going to use that as a big victim story. Like, oh, Tom, I can't believe this has happened to me. Even though she kind of left him years ago. So there's going to be some Tom in our universe for a very long time, but at least we don't have to be like, oh my God, I really care about this court case, because I'm tired. Okay, so what else would you like to... Oh, I was going to say the Amanda thing. So Amanda, guys, this is from page 6. Amanda Batula teases magical swimsuit line. And teases that every one of them, every style will have one thing in common. And the next line is, summer should be fun and swimsuits should be supportive, according to Amanda Batula.
Yes. Sorry, there's like a million ads on my screen as I try to, oh my God, there's literally 6 things popping up. Everyone thinks that we won over pop-up ads because we come up with pop-up blockers, but actually I think that what we have is something worse, which is that just things popping up on the screen that you can't even dismiss. So sorry, I've got 6 things over. I see Amanda sitting at her laptop smiling, and it says, that she...
Are you looking at the link I put up?
I am looking at it, and like a million things popped up. There's like a video on the side, then there's a thing that came down from Google, and then there's like a header thing. I'm like actually just trying to see. I'm just see her face. She's smiling. She started her bathing suit. What is the one thing this has? Is it that it's supportive? It supports big boobs?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, listen, it's an Amanda article, so how much can you possibly be expected to read? It's like exhausting. Okay, look, listen, this is the next line. The summer house star is known for her antics in the Hamptons house. She's literally not. She's known for going,
she has no antics.
Amanda doesn't have antics? Who wrote this?
She has anti-tics, maybe. Like she has tics that are like anti-things, but like she does not a single antic in so many years.
She has an annoying tick. Once. It's called an antic, and it's saying, but good for her, swimsuit line. It's called Amanda Batula Swim, and the font to it looks like American Horror Story font, kind of, which is an odd, choice. And then they show a mood board with different fabrics, and it's like reds, pinks, blue colors, general colors. There's like a picnic table, red and white checkered. And then, I don't know, bathing suits. What do you need for... I've always been kind of shocked when I see bathing suit designs. Like that chick, Lizzie, who was like, I'm a bathing suit designer on Orange County. I mean, I don't know. It seems easy, but what do I know?
I think it's more involved than it would appear. I guess maybe because it's like, on Top Chef, when someone makes like a potato soup, and they're like, wow, this potato soup is really good. But if you're going to do something this simple, you really have to nail it. And you didn't, stupid. So I think it's like that with the bathing suit. There's like not much room to hide errors. Like anything that is really not shaped or proportioned properly can just make someone look, not flattering. So I'm assuming that's where the skill level is. And it says here, she says, so I thought in my mind there was a gap in the market and I was having a hard time finding bathing suits that fit me in the way that I wanted them to fit, that were comfortable and adjustable and supportive. Kyle.
This is such an Amanda quote, this one right here. South Moon Under reached out and was like, hey, we want to help you make this thing a reality. And I was like, okay, I'm not good with logistics on the business side of anything, and Kyle doesn't want to work with me. So yeah, let's get together. That's a legit quote.
So that is so Amanda to be like, As soon as they called me, I was like, this is great because Kyle never calls me because he's out getting drunk until 4 a.m. with his friends.
Yeah, so I guess that people watch the show and they're like, oh, Amanda's not cashing in on this bathing suit thing. What an idiot. Let's cash in for her. So that she's kind of doing a team up kind of a thing with her, I guess. And she said, I think as we come out with these 3 different drops of suits, we'll get people's feedback and we'll evolve. Because right now it's just based on me and my body. So basically I'm making skinny suits for really skinny girls with gigantic boobs who are good at making guacamole, Kyle.
This is not unlike Marlo Hampton being like, well, here are all my dresses. People can borrow them if they want. You just have to be my exact size. So
that is what she's doing. It's like, hey, are you going to have inclusive bathing suits? I'm including all the people that look like me. Oh, okay, great.
Great. Okay, rail fan with big boobs. So it says that fans can expect 3 drops. Oh, you said this part, but they are going to be sold exclusively at South Moon Under, a retailer that stocks Bravo Liberty. Oh, loved brands. I thought this said Bravo Liberty brands. And I was like, where are these brands? Never mind. They're going to be from $60 to $180, and they are going to include a cherry print, pink and red contrast piping, a green gingham pattern, and also a pattern that represents the tears on Amanda's face when Kyle comes home drunk late at night.
So they're going to be sold exclusively at South Moon Under. That's weird because I feel like you'd want more business than that. But you know, I don't need to go through her whole business plan because wow, it's Amanda. But that was a long time to spend on Amanda. But you know what? She did it kind of. I mean, someone came and said, you know what? You need help crossing the street. We'll help you. Give me your hand. And they're very slowly crossing the street in bathing suits with wires in it. So good for you. Okay, so I'm saying that a lot today in a very condescending way, but you know what? It's just that kind of a Monday, okay? A lot of people are getting good for yous with fake smiles on my face. Jax's ass, Lala's ass, and now Amanda's ass. All of you, congratulations.
It was what Paige said to Jesse, what's his face, last year when he was like, good for you, and she goes, good for you. Remember? And then she stared at him like with rage, like, I can't believe you were trying to be sarcastic with me. Like, that's my role on this job.
Actually, speaking of that, for an actual true good for you and well done, you fucking crazy pants ladies, Paige and Hannah Berner sold out Radio City Music Hall.
Get out. That is wild. Oh my God. Congratulations.
Not condescending at all. Congratulations to those.
That is amazing.
It's pretty amazing to see what they've built.
We know how hard it is to book. Yeah, we really know how hard it is. Like getting people into seats is hard, and they are killing it. They both are doing such great things. Like Hannah's comedy career has really blown up. She's she's everywhere, and Paige is everywhere as like a fashionista, and like that's amazing. Wow, Radio City Music Hall, that's insane.
Okay, so now up is Miami has officially started shooting. There are rumors that Adriana's not coming back, even though she says she is, but they are shooting and she's currently not in Miami, so people are speculating that she was not asked back. I think she said in a comment that she is coming back, and now people are speculating that Lisa might not be coming back because she has removed her name she's removed that from her bio. And then people are saying that Dr. Nicole might not be coming back, which I find hard believing. I mean, I
can see that. I can see Nicole not coming back. I mean, she has a baby and everything, but Nicole was a little backburnery last year, and they are overstuffed with cast members. So I can see Nicole being demoted to a friend of, because they don't have any good friend ofs on that show, apparently. That was sarcasm. That she would do. I feel that like was satire, like Katy Perry.
Yeah, because they have that's the show with the best friend ofs. Because Marisol's a friend of, Adriana's a friend of, Kiki. I heard they made her main, but I don't know for this year. But that's not even the big news out of Miami. The big news is that Hurricane Karma has struck, and Lenny has been cheated on by Katrina, his girlfriend, for a younger model. She went and traded him in for a younger model. Old Queen in a Bar tells us this is all alleged. This is not coming from me. This is coming from an old homosexual in a bar. If you don't like it, sue the old people in the bar. Okay? That she was cheating for a long time with a bunch of his friends.
Good for her.
So to that I say, well done. You know, it couldn't have happened to someone sweeter. That's for sure.
Yeah. There's already, like, Bravo and Cocktails already has a photo up of her kissing another guy, and she doesn't have a ring on. So, oh man, I'm sorry, Lenny. Looks like it can go both ways.
It's just so weird. Lenny. It just seemed like real love, Len. Really did.
Oh man. I mean, I thought they were a forever couple.
I did too. And it was funny because everyone's speculating, like, okay, countdown to Lisa going back to him. I hope that wouldn't happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. I hope it wouldn't happen. I guess time will tell. Also, that's why I think it's such a weird time for her to leave the show. I don't think she would be leaving the show during this. This is like her big moment.
No. Yeah. No, I think that I don't think she would leave the show either. I never know what's going on with, like, whenever people remove something from their bio and add it back on. Like, sometimes people do that as like a power play for negotiations or whatever, or sometimes they just want like an ego boost. It's like the scene in Soap Dish going to the mall. But I feel like, especially with this scandal happening, I imagine Bravo, they just started filming again, and so I imagine that Bravo is like, I mean, I imagine that, like, with this scandal, Bravo will want her on camera because they probably would try to milk that. Like, will Lisa go back to Lenny? I'm sure she will call him and she'll be like, well, I feel bad. He's still the father of my kids, and I don't want him to be upset. And then he'll be like, remember Jody though? Who? Jody who? She's gonna go back.
Well, we'll see. I mean, who knows that that's even an option, you know? But we'll see. Time will tell. So, speaking of douchebags on Bravo and terrible trash men, Johnny J. Someone pointed out on Reddit. Hi, Reddit. Love you. Johnny J. Wait, what did you call him?
I said Johnny J.
Johnny J. Someone said, apologies if this has been shared, but I saw this and got a good laugh out of this. Oh, so this was posted by fake Don Gumbelson.
Oh, this is a piece of news that happened since Crappy Hour. Alexis and Johnny J got engaged.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it on Orange County, but yeah, gross. Both of you are trash humans, okay? You deserve each other. So Don Gumbelson, fake one, tweeted, he proposed to Alexis in the Ferragamo shoes that Shannon bought him. And he puts a picture of the engagement photo, and he is wearing those Ferragamo shoes.
Wow.
What a pig. What a pig. Congrats, Alexis. You got a man who proposed to you in the shoes that the lady who's suing to get on TV bought him. Congrats.
Damn it. I wish Lisa were still with Lenny, just that way Lisa and Alexis could do some sort of Freaky Friday thing and they wind up in each other's bodies with each other's, like, disgusting older men lovers. And they probably wouldn't even notice that they had swap bodies.
Right? What a pig. So congrats, you guys. I hope you have the marriage you deserve. Ben, what say you? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, Phaedra Parks has said that she wants Kim Zolciak to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She says, according to TMZ, come pick up your peach girl. That is the headline. She would be ecstatic if the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum rejoined the fold. Now, Kim is in an ongoing spat fallout with Croy, and Kim also told TMZ today that Croy is a deadbeat and wants her back. So, do you think, Ronnie, it would be a good idea for Kim to go back to Atlanta?
No, Kim was fired for racism. So I think that wins as far as being reasons for being fired. Now, we are in the midst of the great uncanceling on Bravo, where they're just pretending the past few years didn't happen. So, I mean, it could happen. I don't think it needs to happen. No, she's not a fun train wreck to me. She's a sad person. She needs to go away.
She is sad. I think everything with Croy is sad because they have like 15 children together. And that's just like a sad, inevitable path that they've gone down. But I'm going to say one thing, though. I think it was last season. There was that one scene where the OG women from season 1 gathered, minus Nene, and they sat around a table and they laughed and they joked. and it was kind of amazing. Like there was like a vital energy there that was felt kind of special. And if it would mean that we got more of that energy in the upcoming season, I would not be opposed to Kim Zolciak coming back.
Sometimes I think that a lot of their new casting isn't working, and so they're thinking they're just going to go back to the old hits, and I don't think that necessarily always works. I think that they need to have more faith and just keep trying to cast better until you find the right thing. I mean, it needs to change. There needs to be a change. I think going back to that show's been on forever. A lot of these shows have been on forever. They can't just go back to the same old, same old. They need to just do something new. I don't mean a complete reboot, because I think we've just kind of learned our lesson with that one. But, there's got to be a way to work this out, guys. I will not. There's nothing you can say that will make me endorse Kim coming back. I won't do it. I will.
Well, Jillian says get Quad. That would be a good thing too. But I'm also sort of like, but part of me also feels like Bravo keeps on like reshuffling people in Atlanta back and forth. And I think at a certain point we are going to need just like, maybe we may have just like open our hearts to the idea that it might just need a full fresh reboot. I mean, if it's going to happen in New Jersey, it happened on New York, it might just have to happen on Atlanta. And they didn't do it. They really should have done it this past season, or the season that's filming or filmed. They should have done it. They didn't. They wound up with this Kenya mess. I have no idea how this season's going to be. Is it going to be disjointed? What's going to happen? I have my ongoing theory that if you fire someone midway through or whatever, it fucks up the whole season. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm optimistic it'll be good, but I feel like Marriage Medicine also, in my opinion, has not been amazing in quite a while. Like, I always think it's going to be amazing. Every season starts off so well, and one's like, it's back. And then by the end of the season, I'm like, okay, I'm done. So I feel like Quad is amazing.
Yeah, I love Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine, I think, is pretty. I think for me, Married to Medicine is pretty consistent. I really like it. They do get a little too much into the same, like, let's talk about our husbands. We are strong women. We are women who are strong. We stay with husbands. Dr. Simone's whole thing. They do that maybe a little too much for my taste. But overall, I really like it. I think where they really failed, they had some great new casting in Sweet Tea this season on that
Sweet
show.
Tea was great.
I think where they really fell down was getting rid of Quad. They all tried to kick, especially Toya. Toya led the charge to kick Quad off. She finally got her way. She got the whole cast together to get rid of Quad. They finally did it. And the show went...
Yeah,
like it just sucked. I mean, it totally sucked. It was absolutely boring compared to when Quad was on. They had to bring her back. So I think that Atlanta, Quad is gold, and I think they should definitely bring. And Phaedra didn't really do great on Married to Medicine. So, who knows? And this year, supposedly on Married to Medicine, the story on that I've heard was that they tried to bring Apollo on to blindside Phaedra on one of those couples trips, and she was like, fuck you guys, and walked out, which good for her, because that is so shitty of them. And so that cast is kind of digging their own grave, although they do really well. They're not failing at all. But I think especially letting Toya run things is not wise for that show, because you can't just have Toya. She's boring. The only thing that's interesting about Toya is watching her fight with the other people. So you need people that she hates to stay on the show. You can't kick them all off. But yeah, Quad, I think, is just great enough to be on anything.
Quad is great, but Quad's great, Portia's great, Phaedra's great, Kenya's great. They're all great, but the problem is, as our friend Christina Ariel, who I just put their comment on the screen, but I don't know if anyone could read it, is that like, unfortunately, a lot of these women are celebrities now, and they're aware of like what works, what makes them like lovable, and they're also aware they now have something that they need to protect. And I feel like Quad has always been like so great, but she sort of likes to she doesn't always give us everything. Same with Phaedra. And I just think that they became such big stars that I kind of want like someone who's like a little bit more raw and open, and isn't closed off. Like Phaedra famously closes off giant chunks of her life, to us. And I just think that's not good for a reality show. I'm excited as hell that she's going to be back on Atlanta. I love the Phaedra-sance that we're in. She's on Dancing with the Stars right now, by the way. But I always worry that sometimes when people feel like they're bigger than the show, or they get too much celebrity or too much cachet, they try to control things, which is exactly what you described, like Toya trying to control having Quad being on the show. And then it's just not like this. It's just not the same chemistry that I'm drawn to.
Yeah, I mean, I agree in general, but I think Quad is always so funny when she's called out on that kind of stuff, because that's been happening for years with her, and also not really liking any of the ladies. Like this year, they're like, "But you don't even like us." She's like, "But I do. I love you, girls." And they're like, "No, you don't. You don't even call us." I'm like, "But I do. How could you? How could you, Hermity Flabbity, do this?" And then just watching Quad break down and have these big dramatic breakdowns, and then when she threw herself that party. And everybody came and they had to be all glammed out. And then she's like, "I would like to thank everyone who had supported me, all of my sisters from the sister circle." And then the rest of the cast is standing there like she's literally not going to thank us. And she just ignored. And then she gave a speech about how horrible those ladies were, but how nice the girls on sister circle were to her. And then she presented herself with Alexis. I thought that was the funniest shit of all time when she bought herself Alexis, had it delivered to the party, and then cried and gave an Oscar-winning speech for winning a car that she bought herself. I mean,
that being said, I do think like it would be fun to have her on Atlanta, because I feel like. Yeah, I feel like the vibe of Married to Medicine has over the years really leaned into this is what we're all doing as couples. Of course, it was always there. It's always called Married to Medicine. But I think in the early years, there was like a different kind of energy, and they've really settled into like, let's talk about what makes a couple work. And, Quad is single and she's not really showing her love life. So it doesn't really make sense for her to be there. I think she would do really well on Atlanta. If we are to have her, I think like Atlanta actually may be the better show for her than Married to Medicine these days.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Okay, so what else? So Mauricio is being sued. I mean, Mauricio, I feel like gets sued a lot. Also, there's a kind of, that guy we were talking about, I brought him up. He was talking about Real Housewives in Jersey. He's kind of a straight guy. I think he's like a house husband or something like that. And he talks with his hands right in the camera like this. I'll find his name for the next time, but he was doing a video. This time it was about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's like hot.
He's really hot. Yeah, and he's like, "Let me tell you, Alison Dubois said it years ago." He's like a straight guy who thinks like, "Oh, wow, Alison Dubois got it right." Like, we get it, straight guy, but he's like, "Allison got it years ago." Yeah, 15 years. Okay. It was 15 years ago. I don't think we should give her that. Anyway, I'm getting off track. But he's basically saying that Dorit and Mauricio are banging. He thinks that they're banging, and that it's no coincidence that Dorit had problems right when Kyle did. And the second that Mauricio was free, Dorit was out of there. I'd heard that marriage was over because of PK. Like, PK was out of town. He was sick of Dorit. Dorit wasn't coming out of her room. Dorit was acting all crazy. And so PK found a girlfriend in London or something. That's what I heard from Old Queen in a Ball. So who knows what's true? But one thing that you can always count on is that Mauricio is getting sued by somebody. Yeah. So this is from Daily Mail. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards' ex, Mauricio Umansky, is sued for greedy COVID loans that he didn't need. Dun, dun, dun. He got a $3.5 million PPP loan. And let's see. We all remember that was for COVID. And Mauricio and his business partner, Will and Billy Rose, were approved for the hefty amount of $3.5 million for the agency. And Realtor LLC filed a violations complaint over the agency's alleged Federal False Claims Act in 2023. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow. Well, Mauricio, you better be careful, because you're in the public eye now, and people are turning against you.
Yeah, people are turning against you.
And I just have to be more careful. And, I tried to make it work with Kyle, but, sometimes in life, you just go in separate directions. And now people want to, instead of buying a mansion, they can reach out to me, and that's basically it.
Devastating.
So upsetting.
Okay. So, Archie, the internet went into mourning this week when Shannon Storms posted, "Archie is just in heaven." And everyone's like, "Archie's dead." And we all freaked out.
Archie's in heaven with lots of friends.
And then she had to come out with another announcement that Archie's not actually dead. He just really was in heaven because he loves his dog treats or something.
No, I apologize. Archie is alive and well. Although I do have to admit, Archie is no longer with us. He's in the backyard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to state it that way. He's just, he's moved on. He's transitioned. To dry dog food. That's all. From wet dog food to dry dog food.
I want to be honest with everybody because this is my season of being open and honest, and I would just like to say I'm sad to announce that Archie is dead. From laughter! I threw so many tennis balls. He laughed and laughed all afternoon. Look at him passed out on the couch over there.
I would like to just let Instagram know that, unfortunately, we've lost Archie. Yes. Oh, he's alive. He's alive. We don't know where he is, which is actually, I don't know if that's more of a lateral move now that I think about it. He's gone. He's no longer with us. He's somewhere in Newport Beach, probably with David Bedorin, that slut on the beach.
So, our last big news before we turn it over to the callers, there has been weird stuff happening all week with rumors of this Vanderpump Rules spinoff, where some people are saying there's a spinoff. Raquel on her show is like, I heard that there's a spinoff. Okay. And it started there, and then James denied it, and then someone denied it, and someone else said maybe, and then someone else denied it. And I think it all started with Peter Madrigal saying there's going to be a spinoff because they put the pump sign over on TomTom, which is still there. I was just in West Hollywood the other night, and it is those two signs side by side, which is super weird. But anyway, now in the news today or this week, TMZ, so you know it's real, Lisa Vanderpump is ready to serve up some drama with the new cast of characters. We've learned the cameras have picked up at her restaurant for a new project. Sources familiar tell TMZ production crews have been filming a possible new show at her West Hollywood spot, Sir, the last couple of weeks.
Wow.
It's entirely new faces, all of whom are employees at Sir, much like how Vanderpump Rules first started with original employees. None of the current VPR cast members are set to appear, but the pilot's not picked up either. But Vanderpump Rules regular flavored will still keep going.
Well, now, to be fair, every season of Vanderpump Rules is all new faces. So good to always go to that well. I don't know. I can't tell what's true or not, but I think at the very least, if it is to recruit new blood for Vanderpump Rules, I think that's probably a good idea. I think they're on borrowed time with some of the elders in the cast. So it's time to start bringing in the new generation before it's too late.
Yeah. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the Crappy Hour news portion. On YouTube Live, we will be moving on to listeners. So stay tuned for that. Everybody who's joined us here live or on audio, thank you so much. We're here every other Monday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll talk to you next time. Everyone else, stay tuned for calls. Bye.
Bye. Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
She's a total knockout. It's Katie Manock. Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Let's get feely with Maggie Sheely.
Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel. Ring that bell for Rachel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.